Hello my beautiful friends and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to share with you my 30-day challenge of content creation for my UX accounts. But first, let's start with the beginning. Last year I created a YouTube, Instagram and TikTok account with UX related topics, but because I didn't have enough time to invest into it and I didn't create a plan for my content, it didn't really take off. That's why I've decided to embark on this 30-day challenge and see how it goes. So, what's the purpose of this challenge? Firstly, I want to see if content creation for social media is a pursuit that brings me joy and fulfillment. Secondly, I want to develop a process that will enable me to produce content regularly without overburdening my daily routine. And finally, I am excited for this challenge as a way to push my creative limits and refine my content creation skills. One thing that I believe that it's important to note here is that I don't wish necessarily to increase the number of followers, because I believe that there are different ways in which you can kind of measure success. So let's get started. We're gonna start by showing you how I decided to structure everything so that I can keep track of this 30-day challenge and that I am posting every day and what I am going to post each one of these days. So how you can see here, I created a page in Notion where I created a structure of tracking everything. We have two views. We have the table view where you would be able to see everything. I can show you first here and then we can go in the calendar view. So I added a name for each one of these videos, but this is more for myself so that I know what video will go live each day or what is this video about. It's just for me to easily understand what is this about. After that, we have the description. This is a curated description that I try to use it on TikTok and on Instagram just so that I have an idea what to say and that it's thought beforehand. I couldn't use this on YouTube as well because there you have like I just added titles for the shorts and there you have like a certain amount of letters that you are allowed to use and it's way shorter than this. So I had to customize it on the spot. Then we have the status, which help me keep track of what state is the video in. You can see these are the options that I created for myself. Obviously, if you do this, you can create a lot of other options that will help you, but I'm gonna explain what I was thinking about and what each one of these labels represents. So we have three sections. We have to do, in progress, and complete. First of all, let's start with the to do. To do later, this is something that I have an idea, but I think that this will perform or it works better in a different season or at a certain date. For example, let's say that I want to create a video about next year resolutions, and of course I'm not gonna do it now in July or August or September, right? I am gonna do this in the future, so I just write it down so I don't forget about it, but I add this label to it. Then we have discarded. This is something I had an idea, and after some considerations, I came to the conclusion that this is not something that I want to do, so I keep it in this table, but as discarded. Then we have one more label in this category, which is not started. For this one, maybe I have an initial idea, maybe some inspiration about this, but I didn't think this through enough to have this ready to film, so it will be in this state. Then we have the next section, which is in progress. Here you can see that I have two labels. One is to film, so I have the whole idea kind of ready, and the next step is to film, so then I add that label. And after I filmed it, I will add the label to edit, because this is the next step that I am gonna do. In edit, maybe I have to add like multiple videos together, or I have to do a voiceover, or whatever I have to do. So I will just add that label. Then we have complete, and you might be curious why exactly we have 3 labels in complete, but I'm gonna explain to you right now. So after I edited it and the video is ready, I will add the label video ready. What is the next step is to post it or to schedule it in the 3 social media platforms that I decided to use for this experiment. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to each one of these platforms, and in some of them I am able to to schedule it, but in some I cannot do that because there are different constraints, so I will just add it as draft, but I will keep track of that. As you can see here, I have 3 checkboxes where I mark it when I did that, so that I know how is everything. And after that, we have the last thing, which is posted. After the videos have been posted on each one of these platforms, I will put this label, and then we know that we are done. Next thing, we have the type. Let me walk you through all of the types that we have. For now, maybe in the future I will add others as well, but I just have like funny, educational, unboxing, motivational, and useful. My goal for this challenge was that each day I won't have 2 videos with the same type 2 days in a row, but as you can see, this wasn't very successful. I failed at this, but it's okay. This was also just an experiment for me, or a challenge for me, so this is not a big deal. After that, let's go back to the table. We have the date when I plan to post it, or when this has been posted. If I need any type of sound, I prefer to do the research in advance and look for it on all of those 3 platforms. But this is actually quite difficult, and I hate this step. And what do I have here with the copy? I'm gonna show you. Maybe I have another one where you can see this better, even though for this one I didn't really follow the template that I created. But the idea is that for some videos where I am doing a voiceover, I create a script that I'm gonna follow, because usually it takes like 30 seconds, so it's better to have this prepared and ready to say whatever I have to say during the video. Okay, after that, we can open it and take it from here, and I think that's pretty much everything. One thing that maybe I want to mention here is the fact that I tried to post the same content on each of the 3 social media platforms that I'm on, just to see if they perform differently, or what is the difference, what works better where. And anyways, I created these videos. Why wouldn't I post it everywhere, right? So this was everything. This is how I kept track of my content, and obviously I have a backlog of ideas that I can kind of take from, but yeah, this is how I keep track of everything to make sure that things are running smoothly. So it's time now to draw some conclusions from this, and I can start by saying that this was definitely more difficult than I thought it will be. 30 days are a lot of days. That's what I can say for sure. And having to come up with different content and kind of editing it and filming it, it was more difficult than I thought initially that it will be. And maybe this is just because I am not experienced in doing this. and that made it a little bit more difficult. But definitely, I learned a lot of things. One thing that I can say that it was also difficult for me was the fact that I couldn't see any improvement in my social media, like not even a tiny bit. Maybe on YouTube I got some additional followers, which was good, but because I didn't see any improvement, that also made me feel like maybe I can just give up. It's not like someone will notice and stuff like this, but because I promised to myself that I will do this, I actually managed to do it, and I'm kind of proud of myself because I did it, right? So that's about it. What I can say about the process, because this was one of the goals that I initially had, to streamline my process, and that is definitely something that I managed to do. I can say that I got a little bit better at editing those short videos, and this is something good. And I also kind of made a strategy of how to track everything. I figured out how I can schedule it on different platforms. So definitely I made some sort of improvement in that area. Now, what are some thoughts for the future? What I plan to do is to post more regularly in the future, but maybe prepare a lot of it in advance, right? So take some time and create more content and then post it, I don't know, like maybe once or twice per week, but having that kind of backlog of videos, because it's definitely easier when you kind of do it in bulk, let's say that. But when you start doing one thing, it's definitely easier to kind of do the same thing multiple times, like filming in one day, because when I film I have to do my makeup and find what I'm gonna wear and all of these things, right? That kind of take time. But if I do my makeup once and then I can film more, and definitely that helps me save time. And it's the same also, the same idea in switching contexts, right? Because it takes you some time to adjust to the new task, and then everything takes longer. So this is something that I think I'm gonna do in the future, but we're gonna see. Just prepare more things in advance to be able to do this kind of long term and be able to be more consistent with my posts. So this was pretty much everything. I hope that you watched my shorts that I posted in these 30 days, and I hope that you liked it, obviously, because I tried to have some sort of variety when doing that. And thank you very much for watching this video. Please leave a comment below if you have any questions for me or any comments or anything, and see you in the next video. Bye!